Thanks for joining us. I'm Kathy Berardi with the BIP Capital Marketing team. Today I'm discussing the inaugural 2019 Outlook report with our Chief Operating Officer, Mark Flickinger. Hey, Mark.
Hey, Kathy. Thanks for having me. I'm excited to talk about this.
Awesome. Let's get into this report for our listeners. First question, what was your team's goal to research what megatrends are for investors to watch?
Great question. Originally, we didn't quite go to the megatrends piece. We actually were doing a bunch of research to figure out sort of where are people investing today. We were trying to inform our own investment themes here at BIP Capital. We have a list of themes that we're always looking for opportunities to invest against. And knowing what potential acquirers or other larger funds and where they were investing is a kind of an informative or key component to making sure that our themes are both up to date, relevant, and interesting. As we did that research, we looked at over 50 VC firms and we're looking at where they were investing over the past year. We realized that that was sort of dated information. It was where they had invested and not necessarily where the next innovations were going to come. You certainly could glean information in and around those, but that kind of pushed us to the next level of thought, which was, where are they going to invest next, or what's the next innovation around those themes where people are putting a lot of investment dollars? And that drove us to what is the output of this report, which was, we know what people are doing today. Let's predict what they're going to do tomorrow with this outlook and see how we can get ahead of those trends and invest today to be tomorrow's innovation.
Getting into the trends, what were some of the top mega trends as you described them?
There's a lot of themes and a lot of interesting insights or potential predictions that you could have come out of it. But what we tried to do is sort of bucket them in a way that was easier for us to digest. And we put those into 4 megatrends, as you said, as mentioned in the report. I think there's a lot going on right now in how we view trust and the change that's going on across society and how we view trust. And I think there's a lot of technology solutions that are grappling with that and attempting to solve that. So that's one big mega trend, and that permeates across a bunch of different opportunities. There's also these 2 mega trends around both, one around sort of operational effectiveness and the other one's around how we can create more efficiency. I think software as a solution has the ability to hopefully make things easier to get done, reduce cost, increase speed, and that can not only reduce some of the overhead and make your businesses more effective today, but the second megatrend to that, which is sort of a sister or brother or corollary to that, is how can we make things more efficient, and how can we, the things that we're doing or the products we're producing or the way we're producing them, how we can make those efficient. So those are 2 trends that sit next to each other, but we made distinctly different, both effectiveness and efficiency. And then the last one, and our organization, BIP Capital, does a lot of investing in the B2B space from a technology perspective, but I think we be remiss when looking at sort of an overall 2019 outlook, not to mention all the software solutions that are being created and with direct-to-consumer benefits. So those are the 4 megatrends: how we view trust and how that's changing, creating operational effectiveness, technology creating efficiencies, and then creating solutions that have these direct-to-consumer benefits.
It sounds like entrepreneurs have plenty of things to work on in terms of building solutions today for some of these things that you mentioned. If some of the entrepreneurs who are listening, could you advise them or maybe give some guidance as to what they can look for in the report to apply to their own ideas or current companies? Sure.
Yeah, I think there are very specific things. In the report, we mentioned sort of 12 specific categories, or roughly 12 categories underneath those 4 megatrends. But I think from an entrepreneur's perspective, I think what the takeaway from all of those is that they're all problems that need to be solved. When people are creating a solution, they need to make sure it's just not some neat technological advancement, but there's actually a pain point that by creating the solution that they're creating as an entrepreneur, they're solving. And I think we've said that before in some of our other stuff. It's sort of a hallmark of BIP Capital and what we're looking for when we're making investments. But I think this analysis and then the sort of experience put together with the data that our team analyzed, where we think the next investments are going to be are all around what problems need to be solved that people have to solve and they can't necessarily solve them themselves, and that's where innovation comes in. So I think any entrepreneur out there, make sure that they have a solution to a problem and not a solution that's looking for a problem. And then, specific to the entrepreneurs that are reading the report, it depends kind of on what their area of expertise is. But I think there's some insights in there that are interesting around, next steps or next innovations from a healthcare perspective, or if you're really interested in the consumer space, what's going on from a consumer perspective, enterprise software, where do we think there's going to be some innovations and solutions created that can allow for more efficiencies or effectiveness around the organization. But the takeaway theme for entrepreneurs is let's make sure that when you are building a company and you sign up to do something like this, you really make sure that there's a problem that needs to be solved, and then you have the solution to solve that problem.
Sounds like there's plenty of work to be done. Where can we go to find this report?
This report's on our website, so bipcapital.com. There's a banner across the top of that website that'll highlight how to get to the report, and hopefully you'll click, fill out a short form, and you'll be able to read the full report.
Fantastic. Well, we hope everyone enjoys this year's report. Please be sure to share it with your business network. Thanks for listening.
Thank you, Kathy.